You know, guys, by the way, before we look at the team lists, yesterday I was at Munyonyo. Man, what a privilege speaking to Tino Tendo, Mavesere, and Prince Nkoseb. The interview is on Afro Mobile. You can watch it back aired today at 3 p.m. and I think it will be available to watch throughout before the games tomorrow. So please check out Afro Mobile and watch that interview with Tino Tendo, Mavesere, and Prince Nkoseb. I would love, I think our producer we have a few minutes. Let's just maybe share a few bits from that interview so that maybe we can pick some interest from our viewers. Moments for you?
As for me, I think it was when my vice captain, Dango Berger, I think we were in the 22, and then he made that beautiful line break. I think he handed off the guy. That was good to watch. So I think that was like a highlight for me, just to see my boys out there just grabbing as well.
He was here even last year for the Rugby Africa Cup, Fernandez Correa. The Senegalese team, and they lose the ball again when they had the momentum. Good breakthrough here by the Namibians. One-on-one situation, and then of course they lose the ball, but then they gate it back again, the Namibians.
The referee
trying
said
to build
it
some
went backwards.
bit of momentum here. Can they secure the ball again? Yes, they do. Retief Suja Kufa, who was introduced at the tail end of the first half. Namibia streaming to flow. Banco Baga breaking through the lines. The flimsy tackle it was, and Namibia get.
I've been in the commentary booth, I've been pitch side during the games. There have been so many moments that I can recall, and I'm thinking this was beautiful. But surely there's that one moment so far in this tournament that you'll keep in your mind that will always be memorable for you. Any that comes to mind right now?
Actually, there are a number of moments. They might sound silly, but I just think one that comes to mind for me, there was a try-saving tackle that myself and Keegan did towards the end of the game. That's a memorable one for me. But however, we then conceded straight after that, so it sort of, it just killed the moment. However, it's still
come back to bite them.
Yeah, because they were leading 18-13 at halftime, and as you can see, there's no point there.
There is an intercept. Does he have enough?
Well, the flag goes up. He had stepped out. It's a ball to Zimbabwe. Ashihundu had the run in, but he was tackled before he could hit the try line. So it is a line out for Zimbabwe.
And that, for me, is a mad defensive play.
You appear to have hurt yourself in that tackle. Everything good?
Yeah, everything's fine. It was just I hit the pole as I was rolling, so I just got a scar, but it's just nothing much. Yeah.
Good to see that you're still in top shape.
Tino Mavesere and Prince Nkoseb, very humble, soft-spoken gentlemen, but their eyes light up when they think of interesting things, especially that part where I asked them, told them that if there's anything they'd like to ask me about Uganda, and Prince said that he would like to meet our Minister of Finance because he remembered about our economy, and then Tino said he would love to meet Simon Kagwanjala because of his memes on the internet. So they are good lads. I wish them all the best in the final. But then for our audience, please watch the rest of the interview, about 15-20 minutes.
Yeah. Again, you are meeting superstars. and
I had to wear a suit for that.
Yeah, we had to. I was actually just going to comment about your suit. I don't know if you took it back and put it into its suit cover and suit carrier, and it is waiting for another auspicious occasion. But well done, you're also very, very smart.
Thank you.
Oh, can we see it tomorrow? Can you sit up for tomorrow?
Lydia,
Final
save
day?
me.
Final day? We wait and see.
I begin the field from 7 a.m. all the way, and I want to enjoy the party after.
Yeah.
So you're in a suit at Nambole. It's very difficult, but we'll see. We'll see how the day goes. team news is in, and the teams in the final, for them, they are not hiding anything. They are very serious. They've published their team news. Namibia have shown us their 23. Zimbabwe have shown us their 23. Let's start with the team that have won the Africa Cup the most times. 9 times for Namibia. This is how they line up. I am mostly interested, and my attention is caught by JC Nel, who has come. He's not been playing in the tournament, but he has come and straight away he's at that number 14 position. Been to the World Cup, played a couple of games at the very top. He plays in South Africa with the Griquas. He is such a lethal addition to this team.
When you see a player of that stature come in and slot right into the team, then you know that there has to be something special. So Zimbabwe just has to watch out. And for me, if you're going to have 2 quick wingers, because then they'll have firepower on both sides, and we already saw that it's not something you can take for granted in this game. So it's interesting to see JC Nel just slot right in there.
They haven't changed much of their team. There are a couple of changes, but maybe, Lydia, you have some names that have caught your attention, the consistent ones, or maybe the few ones that have been added.
This matchup is also a repeat from last year's semi-finals. 2 names that are back in this squad. I'm looking at the number 9, Jack Theron. Yeah. He's back, and the vice captain, Danko Berger. Excuse me, Danko Berger. Though the previous year he played at number 12. Yeah, still maintains this. Yeah. And then overall, they've changed up the squad, Namibia, from that squad that Zimbabwe faced last time. I'm thinking, because when you look at the entire squad, 23 players, 8 out of 23 are back, and the ones that started up last year, 6 of them are starting on the bench. Maybe I can mention some names.
So they have just 2 who started last year, but of course we know
the 9 and the 12.
And the 12. Of course we know that Namibia, the team that they bring for the Rugby World Cup qualifier, which they have not lost in over 30 years, by the way, in close to 30 years, is always different from the other years.
So I was looking at those numbers. What are the changes? Now, the players that played in the previous matchup with Zimbabwe, 6 of them are on the bench. So I'm thinking Namibia is playing first the new teammates that are coming in to just test Zimbabwe, and then after that bring on players that are familiar with Zimbabwe, because Zimbabwe haven't changed up their squad so much. Bring them on and contain the game. So in this squad,
let's look at that Zimbabwe squad as well. While on the other hand, Namibia have changed quite a lot. They have only 2 players who started last year. Zimbabwe have gone more consistent. They have an unchanged spine from the previous game. You have Simba and Fraser in their pack, hooker and 8th man. Then 9 and 10 is Hilton Mudarika and Ian Pryor as consistent as ever. Then Tapia Mafura at fullback. While Namibia are switching things up a bit, Zimbabwe are going for consistency.
For them, they have built their style of play. They have built their understanding, and that could be one of those key elements that guides them possibly to victory. They have been consistent. They know each other plays, and the bond between the team and the way that they know how to play with each other is, I think, what they have gone for this time. And no mistakes, no strangers to each other. I think that is one of the things that could possibly play in their favor.
You know, yesterday evening we talked about the win predictor that had Zimbabwe with 54.2% chance, and then of course Namibia with 45.8% chance of winning this final. And while Zimbabwe might be the defending champions, they are their own form team. Recent history and the numbers suggest that they are not the incumbent; they are the challenger instead.
Yes.
Namibia have won 9 Africa Cup titles and gone to the World Cup, won an Africa qualifier 7 times in a row, unbeaten. The numbers say something, history says something else. How do we reach a convergence point in the middle there?
We always know, and we've talked about it in our qualifying year, Namibia just comes out to clear everything in their path, and they have done that over years. So they end up rebuilding within the years, and they give you a chance to win an Africa Cup here or two. Once it comes to the qualifying campaign, then they pull out all stops, and that is one of the things that they have been very, very good at, and they have really mastered, because they have been through all these qualifiers before. Maybe at some point World Rugby just needs to give them a slot, and then we fight
for the others.
yeah, because every time it comes to this, their quality comes to the fore, their perseverance comes to the fore. I would like to see how they are tested. Last year we were actually shocked in the semi-finals,
yes.
when Zimbabwe just tore them apart.
Yeah, that's 32-10 the score.
Yeah.
And you know, they've met 34 times, these two teams, since 1990. Yes, 1990 in March. And Zimbabwe have won just 3 times. But times have started to change. Yeah, the times have started to change. And one of the things, I was listening to the pre-match interviews that the two coaches had, that is if I could just check the name, that's Yaki Berger for Namibia, and then also Peter Benade for Zimbabwe. Away from all the rugby, they said this is one, it means a lot more for them to win, for the people at home. That is for Namibia, that they need to maintain this consistency that they have had. And Jackie Berger said, if we can get this Rugby World Cup qualification and be crowned as African champions, it would mean the world for everybody back home. His counterpart on the other hand said that the main thing is restoring national pride as a whole, you know, making people proud of their national team, which is what everyone would want to do, including himself as a coach. And says that the boys want to do that for their citizens. I'm thinking, win or lose, the final that we're going to have is going to be one that lives up to the bidding.